like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGB Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have your self to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop. Until you get your mouth off LGBTQ. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yep, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, man, y'all press one if y'all can hear me in the comments, man. I got some breaking news for y'all coming right back at you, man. Shout out to the Diddy Doctor. Salute to you, brother. But I got some news for y'all coming right back at you. Press one if y'all can hear me in the comments. Got a mic check. 1 2 1 2. And I'm going to let y'all know exactly what just happened, man, as Jay-Z, Sean Corey Carter just took a major loss to Tony Buzbee. Now, all these people that was running around here disrespecting Tony, saying he was a lawyer with a cheap suit, saying that Tony Buzbee was lying, Tony Buzbee was capping, Tony Buzbee only target black men, even though they didn't do the research to find out that Tony Buzbee's won most of his money against white men. I mean, just not only that, Tony Buzbee has been racking it up lately. Tony Buzbee not only just won a $640 million wrongful death lawsuit verdict, he not only just won that. That just happened last month. But he also just won the other day a $174 million judgment. He also just won $170 against two white men. But ain't nobody gonna talk about that. They're not gonna talk. They see, this is why I tell you, when you come to my channel, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna present evidence. These dudes will make videos. Tony Buzbee only targets black men, man. He got that lame ass excuse Shannon Sharp used. That's lame, especially if you're not telling the truth. You should tell the truth and actually look at these certain things that are going on. Pay attention to the details. That way, can't nobody come just call you a hater and say, "Oh man, you hating, man. You hating, man. You capping." No, I'm not. I'm paying attention to what the details are saying. The details are saying Tony Buzbee's out here racking up and getting wins, point blank, period, right? And I told y'all I was waiting on the results from this case right here because I told y'all this. Now the results have come out. Tony Buzbee has won against Jay-Z in court. The judge has thrown out Jay-Z's lawsuit. The judge, again, has dismissed Jay-Z's defamation lawsuit against Tony Buzbee. The judge says legislator needs to work on protecting claims of serious accusations and wrongly accused. Right? Point blank, period. This is not fake news. It's on your screen right here, sir. There ain't no fake news, buddy. This just came down from the courthouse, sucker. Now, I know you may be mad. I know you may be upset. I know you may be hot and bothered, sucker. But let me read the paperwork for you because it's right here. It's right here, sucker. Don't get mad at me. All I'm doing is presenting the facts. You want to get mad at yourself. Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles, right? He said no media is covering this because they all sold out, you goddamn fool. What the hell is you talking about? You dusty ass, low budget, goddamn, man, hold on. Let me get your ass out of here, man. Let me get you out of here, bro. Over here looking like a low budget Steve Stout. Get your ass the hell up on my comment section, you buffoon. What the hell is wrong with this dude? This dude's a buffoon. Oh, no channels are reporting this. Yeah, they don't want to approach the truth to y'all. They report the devil. They report the devil to y'all, right? So now all you're going to do is you're going to see after I report this, now the news is going to come report this, you damn fool. Now sit down and shut the hell up. See, that's the problem with y'all. Y'all get y'all news from them fakes, them fake outlets who only like to report slanted news. That's what they call plants. Me, I'm going to report all the news across the board. Now, once again, Superior Court of the State of California for the County of Los Angeles Western District, Sean Corey Carter, plaintiff versus Tony Buzbee, the Buzbee law firm, right? Now, this is the order regarding defendants, the Buzbee law firm, and Anthony G. Buzbee, special motion to strike, right? A, background. Plaintiff John Doe, later identified as Sean Carter, filed this defamation and extortion action against the defendant, the Buzbee law firm, and Anthony G. Buzbee collectively. Defendants. Currently, before the court is defendant's special motion to strike. The FAC, Jay-Z, opposes. The instant SMS has a long history, right? Special motion to strike. The original hearing was set for February the 25th. And the court, after hearing the oral argument, adjourned the hearing to give the parties an opportunity to address new evidence Carter claimed to have. The court had hoped the parties could agree on a briefing schedule, but alas, such was not the case. Let me repeat this again. The court had hoped that the parties agree on a briefing schedule, but alas, such was not the case. Even so, the additional papers have been filed. Let's move on, right? Because then they ain't gonna call me a captain. One thing you niggas ain't gonna do about me is say I'm a liar, nigga, when all I do is present the truth. Nigga, I present paperwork. I don't come on here looking like Bookman telling y'all anything and telling y'all this is the truth. I show y'all legal paperwork that you can go look up yourselves and comprehend yourselves. Don't get mad at me, nigga. Get mad at reality. Conclusion. The court wants to emphasize that this is a difficult motion and that the new evidence has thrown a monkey wrench into the court's reasoning, or at least its original reasoning. The court also recognizes that it is painfully obvious that the court is struggling with this motion. In fact, the court has issued a series of tentative decisions, each different and sometimes significantly so than the one before. Smash the like button as y'all come on in here. And all of them had denied the motion, at least in part, after spending just about all the time permitted under the California Constitution to consider the question. Though the court has finally come to ground, this is the last iteration and is the court's final word. Special motion to strike, an SMS, is a powerful tool. It is designed to protect important constitutional rights and thus ought not be denied lightly. But it closes the courthouse door, so it ought not be granted lightly either. Where, as here, the underlying case involves accusations of a truly horrible crime, the court must tread especially carefully. The Constitution, read the yellow part right now. The Constitution and constitutional rights cannot thrive where the court becomes a weapon to invoke silence out of fear of litigation. But neither can due process survive when the courthouse doors slam shut in the face of one wrongly accused. Our legislator sought to find a carefully crafted rule to balance those competing vital interests, to allow lawsuits to be litigated where there is reason to believe a wrong was done, but to throw out speedily where they are being used to silence discussion or impede justice rather than further it. This court has tried to balance these competing values and has ultimately come out on the side of dismissing the action. Although the court is not wholly satisfied that this is the outcome that best serves the legislative and constitutional doctrines, all of that said, and that length, this court is only the first stop to the party's special motion to strike journey. It will be for the Court of Appeal to determine whether the court got it right or wrong, and whether the suit ought go forward ought to end. Stay tuned. In any event, Tony Buzbee's special motion to strike has been granted. Judge Mark H. Epstein, judge of the Superior Court. Tony Buzbee just got a major win against Jay-Z in court. Jay-Z's case against Tony Buzbee for defamation have just been dismissed. Jay-Z will try to appeal this to the appeal courts, but the likelihood that he will win an appeal is very slim. Meanwhile, Tony Buzbee still has an ongoing litigation against Jay-Z. In that case, we're waiting to see when that goes to court. The lawsuit that Tony Buzbee has against Jay-Z and Roc Nation. So Tony Buzbee just got another win. And I try to tell y'all this. Everybody go say, oh, he targets black men. That's a lie. Go look up Tony Buzbee's history. Tony Buzbee has got more money from white men, older white men, than anybody else that he's ever sued. Tony Buzbee damn near just won $1 billion in litigation in the last 2 months combined from white men. In this case you see on your screen, and in this case he won the other day. Do your research, man. Before y'all say this stuff about this dude, oh, he's a lawyer in a cheap suit. This dude out here getting all the wins. See, they don't tell y'all this because you guys only cover rap, black history, black topics and things like this. But when you follow something in whole, you start to understand and realize, and you open your mind and you're educated, and you don't say stupid shit on YouTube like, oh, this is the lawyer who just targets black men. Are you out your goddamn mind? He's won all of his money from rich white men. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. Tony Buzbee just won the other day $174,375,000 lawsuit against a rich white man. In May, Tony Buzbee of this year won a $640 million lawsuit against a rich white man. Tony Buzbee has won most of his money in his lawsuits in his legal career against rich white men. That little money y'all talking about with Jay-Z and Diddy and them, that shit is playtime for Tony Buzbee. That ain't no real money to him. This is the type of money he getting in these other cases. That's why I told y'all they do everything bigger in Texas. And then you got all these dudes in Texas talking about trying to talk shit about Tony Buzbee. Tony Buzbee out here racking up wins. Tony Buzbee the lawyer you want if you in some shit. If you got to go get some bread, you got. And then it was underreported how he turned down Mariah Mills when she tried to say, I'm going to call Tony Buzbee. He's like, I don't want you. That was underreported. See, you can't just stand because you stand because they, oh yeah, man, I'm just going to always be. No, nigga. Stand for what's right. Real talk. Stand for what's right. But as far as Jay's concerned, man, in that case, man, they just, again, Jay-Z just lost. The judge dismissed the case. I had the paperwork right here, right from the courthouse. And he granted Tony Buzbee's motion against Jay-Z. He denied it. Now, if you can't read, What I'll do is I'll blow it up for you right here on the screen. Because I know some people say, hey, Ticket, man, that writing is too small, man. You know what I'm saying? That one dude came in here and was like, hey, man, I ain't see this on the news. You're not going to see it on the news. You're not going to report the news. Let me tell you something, bro. Celebrities control the news, sir. They control these news networks and tell these people what to report, what not to report. But they're going to report it now because a lot of people on YouTube are going to start to report it. That's the difference with YouTube reporting now. YouTube reporting has really destroyed the industry because now they can't control the narrative. They have to go try to control the YouTubers to control the narrative now. And it ain't going to happen because you got too many people that's seeking the truth. Right? I'll blow it up for y'all so y'all can read what I'm talking about. Right there. A special motion to strike is a powerful tool. It is designed, to protect important constitutional rights and thus ought not be denied lightly. But it closes the courthouse door, so it ought not be granted lightly either. Right? Read what I'm writing. Read what I'm writing. Put down right here. Right? So I want y'all to see this. Jay-Z motion was denied. Right? Let me make sure I do this. Hold on. Let me make sure I put this up here. So I want everybody to read this. Because you have to be able to read to understand. Right? What's going on. Right? Y'all see it right there on y'all screen, man. So Tony Buzbee's motion to strike has been granted, and Jay-Z's lawsuit, defamation claims against Tony Buzbee, have been dismissed. It's all in the details in the paperwork. Signed by the judge. A nigga gonna come on here on my channel and tell me, oh, I don't see this on the news ticket. Nigga, I am the news, bitch ass nigga. I am the news. Nigga sitting over there looking like a dusty ass Van Jones. Nigga, sit your ass down, nigga. I don't see this, nigga. Yeah, you ain't gonna see it. You gonna see it after me. In a half hour to an hour, TMZ, they probably watch this channel too. They're gonna put up their report in about a half hour to an hour. I can't deny it. I'm the same OG. I'm just saying. If Jay-Z would have won, I would have came here and reported, hey man, Jay won. Right? I would have reported that. But Tony Buzbee got to win. Tony Buzbee got to win, man. And this is what's going on, man. This is what's going on, brothers and sisters. This is what's going on. Right? You guys see what the situation is, man. Y'all see what the situation is, brother. Yeah, man. So I mean, the paperwork just came out. You guys can go look it up yourselves. There it is right there. I have no reason to lie. The paperwork has just been filed. Right? And TMZ and all the other mainstream media networks will be reporting this later on today. But that nigga gonna come in here and tell me, hey man, you lying, nigga. You capping, nigga. I ain't see this on the news. Nigga, I am the news, bitch ass nigga. See how these dudes come in here harassing you, trying to cap? Regardless of what it would have happened, I would have came in here and gave y'all the news. If Jay-Z would have won, I would have came in here and said, hey man, look, I was wrong. Tony Buzbee lost. Jay-Z won, man. You know what I'm saying? Point blank, period. Keyshawn says, ticking that line, I just Googled it. Everybody else is just zoom in on Diddy. Yeah, that's the thing. And this just came out. I told people this. You said, can I recap what happened? Oh, well, Tony Buzbee's defamation claim got dismissed. His lawsuit. Jay-Z's lawsuit against Tony Buzbee. Jay-Z just lost to Tony Buzbee in court. The judge threw it out. Now Jay-Z will have to try to appeal it, but the chances of winning an appeal is very low. And now Tony Buzbee, he still has a lawsuit that's pending against Jay-Z. That lawsuit Tony Buzbee has against Jay-Z I think I'm waiting on to see when the court date is for that. Right? So this is the situation that's going on. So again, you guys have to let me know what y'all think. No, it's not, sir. No, it's not. Because if you have him dead to rights, it ain't hard to prove. If you have it dead to rights, it ain't hard to prove. If you have it dead to rights. If you have it dead to rights, it's not hard to prove, sir. It's not. So, for example, if I have unrefutable evidence that somebody did something to me, you know what I'm saying, it violated me, bro, it ain't nothing easy to even talk about, brother. So what you're saying is, and I'm telling y'all what it is, right? So again, so ask them niggas, when they tell y'all that Tony Buzbee target black men, ask them why he won all his money against all white men. The most of his lawsuits he won over his whole career have been against rich white men he sued and won. Go look up his history. You ain't gotta ask me. Go look up the history of all the lawsuits Tony Buzbee won. He just won these two in the last 2 months. That's damn near $1 billion for one lawyer. Think about that. Y'all don't see them other lawyers winning these type of lawsuits. That's why I told y'all they do everything bigger in Texas. Right? But they're not going to tell y'all. They listening to this video too. They not going to tell y'all that Tony Buzbee have won most of his big lawsuits. He won most of his money against white men. Y'all let me know what y'all think. And remember, he was about to beat up on Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp was about to pay $10 million to that girl. That was easy pickings for Tony Buzbee. But Shannon Sharp will tell y'all, oh, he trying to target black men, but you was about to pay the girl $10 million, bro. If somebody lying on me, I ain't giving you a dime. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Salute everybody tapped on in, man. Appreciate all of y'all, man. We'll see where this goes next as far as Tony Buzbee's lawsuit against Jay-Z. Because Tony Buzbee still has an ongoing lawsuit that he has against Jay-Z. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Peace.
All right, you guys. So we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym. work out, exercise, and do what you got to do. Stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.